Michael Curry was a local hero in the 80s that left Glen Hills with hopes of playing at the next level. He then starred at Georgia Southern and had a solid 11-year NBA career, most of those with the Detroit Pistons. It included a stint as the president of the NBA Players Association and also head coach of the boys from the Motor City. Current Glen Hills head coach William Cunningham also played here in the 90s before traveling to Philadelphia to be mentored by the legendary coach of Temple, John Chaney. Cunningham had a 2-year NBA career. Tonight, the current stars from Glen Hills, Emmanuel Jones and John Whitehead, want to showcase their all-state talents and make a mark in school history before taking their talents to the next level. The Michael Curry Gymnasium is filled with excitement and anticipation for this Georgia High School Association third-round meeting between Glen Hills and Spencer. Good evening and welcome to exclusive coverage of the Grade 8. It is powered by AugBball on SUV TV. I'm the Mac Daddy, Charles McNeil, side by side with a proud Glen Hills alum and a member of the class of 2002, the mayor, David Beard. Welcome, David, to the broadcast. Your 2001 team made a run like this. Take us back, if you will, and let us know how you felt coming in.
Back in 2001, my former Spartan brothers, we made it to the Elite 8, actually on the road. I remember, we had to get a hotel room and everything, and just a nervousness that I had prior to the game. But once we hit the floor, all those butterflies went away. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pull it out, but I think that these Spartan boys may be able to get us a win tonight.
Well, I think they will give it their best effort to try to get where we are going. Let's go to the keys to victory.
The first key from Coach Cunningham would be a defensive focus. The Spartans throw a lot of different things at you defensively, and they play with a lot of speed, and they're really going to have to lock in tonight and play with patience to slow down a high-powered Spencer offense. Second would be limit turnovers. Glen Hills had a lot of trouble early in the year limiting turnovers, but have bounced back with the second semester returns of Tay Walton and Lazarus Marshall. Look for them to share ball handling duties, and for the wings and bigs, I'm sure Cunningham will preach the effectiveness of playing smart and taking care of the ball. Next key, rebound and hit free throws. You have to rebound the ball. If they go into game rebound, it can lead to easy transition points. It can lead to second chance points. And on the second part of that, this group is only averaging about 60% from the line. If they want to win tonight, they're going to have to knock down the freebies. And last but not least, play with poise and character. Coach Cunningham is very big on character and has adopted the moniker Remember the Spartans for his team. These young men must be in control of their emotions, stay level-headed, and really remember that they are representing the name on the front of their jerseys. If they're able to do all these things, I believe they can move on to the next round.
Well, we wish them nothing but the best. This is a big one. 3 consecutive home games to open up the postseason for Glen Hills as they took care of Woodville Tompkins in their opener, 72-58. In the Sweet 16, they met Douglas on this floor. 74-62 was the final there. They're averaging 62 points a game while yielding 57 to their opponents. Glen Hills shoots 42% from the field, 59% from the free throw line, 26% from three-point land. They grab 30 boards, dish out 19 assists, 10 steals a game, and 4 block shots. This team is a stat sheet stuffer supreme. They were 14-2 in Region 4, and, of course, their only losses coming to crosstown rival Westside. They were 8-1 on their home floor. Their lone loss was to that Westside team on December 10th, 68-63. They won the region tournament by 13-6 over Jefferson County in the championship game against Lucy Craft Laney. And they're currently riding a 7-game win streak under the direction of William Cunningham in his first season. 22-7 is their overall mark. Marvin Broadwater, longtime coach for Spencer, the Green Wave Owls, as they prepare for action. They're 23-3, 13-0 in their region, Region 5. They were 9-2 on the road this year. Their losses were to Central of Phoenix City, Alabama, 73-67 in overtime. They also were defeated by Heritage, 69-56. And those two games happening in early December, and then their last loss happened in late December, December 28th to be exact. 73-60 was the final count, a 13-point loss to Harris County. And they're currently riding a 15-game win streak. In the state playoffs, they beat Coosa 86-71 in the opening round. Their Sweet 16 meeting, a team just down the road from us, Dublin, the Fighting Irish. They defeated them 60-57 on their home floor. Prior to that, they scored 80 or more points in 7 straight ball games. This team has been offensively a juggernaut, and they like to get up and down the floor.
Right, I definitely noticed a lot of their scores. They hit 100 about 4 times this year, so I'm expecting a high-powered offense from them. But like I said, I think Glen Hills has enough length and speed that they could possibly combat that and maybe get them to not shoot so well from the field this game.
Yeah, Glen Hill's an excellent defensive team. They've been holding teams, as we talked about, 57 points a game. This Spencer team also holds opponents right at 50 points, 52 to be exact, while scoring 81 points of their own. They shoot 46 from the field, 56 from the free throw line, 45 from three-point land. That is the big one. You got to stop their three-point shooting ability. 30 rebounds, 19 assists, the same as Glen Hills, and 15 steals on the year. No block shot numbers to pass along. So last year, their head coach, Broadwater, was not that happy with the way the season ended. They had a fantastic season, 12-0 in the region, but were unable to get past the first round, losing to South Atlanta, I should say in the second round in Sweet 16, 81-71. The tip is up and controlled by Glen Hills, and their 5 on the floor are the usual suspects as they get it down. John Whitehead turns and faces, goes high with the power over the top, and Whitehead scores right out of the gate. 2-0 Glen Hills in their building, and this crowd is electric.
Good thing. Whitehead starting out down low, try to establish something early from the post, and maybe work his way outside.
Octavius Walton on the defensive side, and there's a steal. Here comes Mr. Whitehead to the basket with the floater. So it's Whitehead 4, Spencer nothing, and we've got a fast start by the All-State forward. Averaging 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals a game. Right back the other way. Dumped down low, and the ball's deflected. They say out of bounds. It'll be off of. It'll be out of bounds off of the Spartans. They're clad in their white uniforms with the blue pinstripes. Wow, for folks in these parts, the Owls have a look of T.W. Josie in that green and gold as they score inside.
Right. Looks like Spencer's going into a full-court press.
They like to press, and they like to play man-to-man. There's 3 ball in the air, and it's good. Knocking that one down from distance, Octavius Walton. So Whitehead with 4, Walton with 3, 7-2 is our score, just underway. First quarter of this grade 8 game, and right back we talked about their prowess from deep. That's the second made long distance shot, and that one dropped down by Xavier Kennedy. E-Man Jones throws it away. Driving to the basket. There's a whistle and a double dribble call.
Tay Walton getting back on defense. As you see here, errant pass by Emmanuel Jones, but Tay Walton's back to cause a turnover out of it.
E-Man, first jump shot in the air, and he knocks it down. So live action, Emmanuel Jones, the leading scorer, averaging 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal as he passes it off to Whitehead, who lays it up and in. So Whitehead off to a tremendous start. E-Man Jones, we talked about his assist prowess, 3 dishes a game, dropping 3 dimes, and there's one of them right there. So 12-5. There's another huge drive, but not able to capitalize, and Whitehead with the rebound. Hit-ahead pass, driving the lane. Right-handed layup, no good, followed up inside by Whitehead. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's really pumped up by this home crowd tonight.
John Whitehead, a 4-year player and starter for this Glen Hill squad. And Purnell watches a man drive right into him, get the contact, and a foul. That's Jaquez Holt with his first field goal.
As you can see here, a nice drive by Pope. Purnell with the foul. You got to just go straight up and down on that one. The and one.
So Holt now with 3, conventional three-point play, and a turnover for Glen Hills off that pressure. Six-point game. Glen Hills has certainly had the crowd in it as there's another steal. Whitehead steals it, Purnell pulls it up.
Looks like Spencer's having trouble with this matchup zone. Glen Hills is running it right now.
Pull-up jump shot, rattles off, no good. Walton couldn't pull it in, and now they're back in the front court trying to drive against that zone. And there's a block over the top by Whitehead, and he'll pick up his first foul, I do believe. Personal goal against Whitehead on this play here.
As you see, nice drive here to pick up the foul, get the contact, draw the foul. Now he's at the free throw line.
Two team fouls against the Spartans, none as yet against the Owls.
I thought that might have been a shooting foul. But
yeah, I agree with you. It probably should have been, but there's Whitehead with the steal. Jones not looking at the basketball, so Marshall comes back up top. On the floor now is Antonio Jones. Complete the 5 out there. Replacing Purnell. Nice drive and a right-hand scoop by Walton. Walton averages 8 points a game. He's got 5 already.
I think that might have been Marshall with that last bucket.
And you're absolutely right. It was Marshall on the scoop.
He's one of those guards that we're talking about return seconds to nothing to give the guy some depth. A nice drive by him. Looks like Spencer's coaches subbed all 5 of his starters up.
All deflected in the backcourt. Pull-up jump shot on the right side, no good. Rebound off the glass, count it, and a foul. And showcasing some strength and agility, Tyler Carricker with the pull-up jump shot. Or a teammate with the pull-up jump shot, and Carricker on the boards working hard.
See strong rebound, strong finish, and one.
Misses the free throw. Jamarian Belton comes in. Cross-court pass by Jones is thrown away. Carricker.
Barnes with 14 fouls already early in the quarter.
He has a pull-up shot from distance, rebounded in the weak side, and controlled by Glen Hills. They bring it to the middle. Can't put it on the floor. Well, I guess he can. Now E-Man in the post, looking for an opportunity. He gets bumped. You know that's where he'd rather be. On the pull-up, no good. Loose ball rebound, shot off the glass by Jones. And back they come. Racehorse basketball, end-to-end, pull-up from 3. That's an air ball, and it'll go out of bounds. Carricker, the 6'1", 185-pound junior, and able to knock down the three. So you saw that one sail out of bounds. 16-10 is our score. Glen Hills, the #1 seed and region champion, regular season and postseason, and Region 4 taking on Region 5's champion, both regular season and postseason, Spencer. The latest Max Preps standings came out today, and Glen Hills currently the #2 team, while the Owls fall in at the #5 position.
As you see here, Marshall with another drive to the basket. This time he gets the foul, and he's at the free throw line now.
And it's kind of ironic, David, that one of the polling services has Spencer #2, and it has Glen Hills #5. So it all depends on who you believe in.
Right.
But we get a chance to decide it on the floor here this evening.
Right. The rank is always opinionated, so, you know, we'll settle it tonight and see who comes out the victor.
Pair of misses there for the 34% free throw shooter. And back the other way. Deflection in the corner. And 6 had to get out of the way of that one. William Cunningham, affectionately known as 6. We'll get you to tell us why down the road in this one. And now they try to break the press. Get it down to the corner, and then it's stolen away. So the Owls putting pressure on Glen Hills, and it leads to a fast break, but they missed the bunny. Now back the other way. Bounce pass, top, now on the left side, pulling up. There's a contact, no whistle. And I gotta say it's deflected out of bounds because that was a blatant foul on that jump shot, I do believe. We get another look.
Looking right here, Belton is gonna take a mid-range. Looks like he got hit on the hand maybe. I think that might have been a shooting foul, but looks like it's gonna be Spartans ball. Oh, well.
No. That's Quan Hoskins with the basketball. Spin move. Shot attempt up there by Holt, no good. Loose ball rebound on the floor. It's rare when you see both stars sit down. We had that for just a few minutes. What do you think Coach Cunningham was trying to get across to him when he had him on the bench?
I think he might have been upset at that post play by Jones that led to the three that he shot. Whitehead, I'm not sure exactly what went on right there. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that three is what got Jones out of the game.
Antonio Jones with a block shot leads to Whitehead racing up the floor. His shot was rejected, but there's a whistle before the shot, I do believe, and a foul.
Whitehead's definitely ready to play in this first quarter.
Whitehead triggers. Immediately gets post position on that side. He wants the basketball. Belton on the drive. The right-hand floater comes up short. They're going to say out of bounds. One of the constants in this Glen Hills team throughout the season has been the conversations that go on amongst the teammates. You can talk a little bit about that.
Right,
You've had some heated exchanges, I'm sure, over the years.
Right. Yeah, they do a lot of talking, but I know at the end of the day it's all love. I think Whitehead really wanted the ball down in the post on that last play, and that's probably why he was expressing a little disdain with Belton's floater.
So Glen Hills has been in front from the start. A chance to cut into it. And that three ball is no good. And Emmanuel Jones, E-Man, back on the floor. Three-year starter is E-Man as they get it down low to Whitehead. Turn and face, take him to school, and he drops. Home rim roll for the senior, John Whitehead, who scored 1,400 points, 1,439 points thus far in his career, 527 rebounds, as that three ball comes back in an answer in the person of Rashawn Rhodes.
Good block right there by Spencer.
Whitehead with contact on the perimeter on a push. That'll be, I believe, his second.
He's kind of riding him on the hip to the hole right there. Curious to see how Cunningham's going to handle this second foul by Whitehead.
Lamont Johnson just came over and spoke to him. These two part of the brain trust that were at Laney a few years ago, and you worked with them very closely when you started the Alumni Association basketball games here.
Right. Yeah, me and Lamont, we go way back. Him and Six were actually teammates back when they played in high school together. And, yeah, I'm actually neighbors with Six, so, I speak to these guys a lot. I know they have the passion for coaching, and, I know Laney probably misses them right now, but, they're here at the Hill now and looking to get an upset win tonight.
It's nothing like the alma mater. That lure comes calling. Bounce pass. They run a set play and they get it inside for an easy hoop. That's Morris. So Malachi Morris, one of the captains. And he knocked down the free throw, make that the easy layup, and they try to get the opportunity to score again, but Glenn Hills is back defensively on the wing with the fling. Dang. That's Belton from deep.
Belton's a pretty steady set shooter. He's hit that corner shot all season, so I'm not surprised he dropped that one there.
Capacity crowd inside of the Michael Curry Gymnasium. Strong drive, no good, and rebounded by G. Purnell in the front court. Strong left-handed player gets his pocket pick. Front court, foul line, jump shot, and he knocks it down. That's Rhodes' second field goal. 21-17 as we wind down the final seconds of the first quarter.
Spencer up in the pressure now.
A timeout with 6.4 seconds left leads into another instant replay.
As you can see here, the guard pushing it on the break. He's going to get to the free throw line. Those are shots you practice every day in the gym, so he's able to knock it down. Here we see Holt. They're going to run a little screen for an open layup under the basket by Mr. Malachi Morris. Great draw up by the coach on that play coming out of a timeout.
That's the second time they run that inbounds play, that kind of curl. It worked really well. 6.4 seconds remaining. Following the timeout, there's a steal. Now the drive, the pull-up. That side of the rim, no good. And the clock never moved. The game's at a fevered pitch, and now the clock operator comes into question.
Right. I was going to say, this is a high-scoring first quarter by both teams. We know Spencer averages about 80 points a game, so looks like going to be a good one as far as points go. We're going to see a lot of excitement tonight.
Glen Hills with 11 seniors on their roster. This is a big, big game for them. They would like nothing more than equal the greatness of the Jarrell Stevenson team in 2008 that cut down the nets and won it all. Inbounds, deflected by Whitehead, back into the hands of the Spencer player who was coming in from tossing it and had an established on-court position. So that'll be a turnover with 0.7 of a second left. So you can do more than just tip it. You can actually catch it, turn, and shoot. They're going to go to Whitehead, half court, turns and faces. And it just comes up short. So the first 8 minutes are in the books from the Michael Curry Gymnasium. You're watching the GHSA Boys AA quarterfinals powered by AugBball on SUV TV.
You are anything but ordinary. You have your own path and your own potential to realize. At Augusta University, the advantages created by our diversity in thought, culture, and collaboration give you and us infinite opportunity. Together, we're changing our community, our campus, and our world. We are boundless. We are Augusta University.
Welcome you back into the Michael Curry Gymnasium. Michael Curry will actually join us at halftime. He's scheduled to visit with us. We'll get a chance to find out what he's up to. Of course, he had that fantastic career that started right here at this school on the hill in Augusta, Georgia. I want to send a shout out to a couple of brothers that tuned in. Send one out to Gary in Boca Raton, Florida. He's got us locked and loaded. Also Rick up in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And John is also locked in Kennesaw as he watches that three ball go up and down by Walton.
Tate Walton with his second three of the night, I believe.
And now fast break, 3-on-1. Euro step, and he misfired on the shot. Jones in close. I hate to have dropped that one as they fall back into the 3-2 zone. And he picks his pocket. Now we got another 3-on-1. They're hustling back on the wing. Step back, now the drive to the hole. And that's a hammer job inside. That's their leading scorer, Jalen Sellers, who committed the infraction.
Antonio Jones drives. He kicks it to Tate Walton, one of those guards I mentioned earlier. He gets to the basket and gets another foul. Let's see if the Spartans can make these two free throws after missing the last two. Not sure if I jinxed him there.
Walton, the 50% free thrower.
Spartans come out in the press of their own.
And there's a steal. E-Man goes in with the flush. E-Man Jones, 18 points a game. He's got 5 thus far. Ball kicked out of bounds. That'll be off Glen Hills. And stay in favor of the Green Wave Owls. There's the inbound. Down low, rejected by Purnell. And they'll have to reset.
Spartans back in his zone. Looks like it's a matchup. We got Whitehead at the top. That's a lot of length on that.
He stood there and watched that one as that's the leading scorer. We just mentioned his name. One of the tri-captains, Sellers, knocking down the triple. The second made triple of the ball game.
Whitehead kind of got caught sleeping there on this three by Sellers.
He touched on the length. He couldn't afford that third foul.
All right, I'm thinking that might have been in the back of his head. Didn't want to pick up a silly one. Still got a contest, though.
There's a deep shot. In the gym range, he can make that shot. And they come right back. Purnell goes into the shooter, forces the miss, but picks up the foul on the perimeter. They'll send the Owls back to the line.
Wishes he can have that foul back. The drive by Morris again. He picks up a silly foul by Purnell.
First one is good by Morris. He's got 3. Second free throw is strong, but rebounded by Spencer, and it knocks down another three. That's Rhodes. That's their third made three. Second here in the quarter, and they cut the lead 2-3. Jones in the front court, Antonio to Emmanuel Jones, driving the lane. Shot attempt up, no good. Contact, no whistle, and back there running. So 3-on-2. Euro step inside, strong move, and a finish. Holt to the hole with that one. He's got 5. Marshall on the perimeter, gets it down to Whitehead, wide open, takes it up. There's a whistle and a foul, and Whitehead will go to the line. His first time at the line.
E-Man Jones is taking the time, being patient, gets it down to Whitehead. Usually this year when the Spartans have been down, they love going to Whitehead down low to try to get him something quick and easy, and he has 2 free throws out of the play.
Gotta like his versatility, the ability to score on the outside and the perimeter, and then post you up when needed. So Whitehead, a 62% free throw shooter on the year. I talked about his career numbers of 1,400 points and 500 rebounds. This season he's been tremendous as well, as he now eclipsed 500 points in the year, over 200 rebounds. So 62% free throw shooter, knocks down a pair, and they come right back again. So 1-point game now. Beautiful reverse move. Didn't think he had it in him. That's Lazarus.
That's what you call making something out of nothing there. Marshall with the reverse finish.
Lazarus Marshall, 4 points now. Stepping into one. That's Rhodes. So Rhodes with his second triple. And we're deadlocked for the first time since it was 0-0.
Right here we see number 4 Rhodes with another 3-ball to tie the game.
They get the ball in the corner. Now the dribble drive is Jones to the basket with the layup.
With a nice finish there.
Antonio's first field goal. To give Glen Hills back the lead. And Holt with another foray to the basket. He's not settling for the outside.
No, he's definitely not. The Owls want to take advantage of him being in the bonus, so they're doing a lot of driving to the basket and getting a lot of fouls.
Leading scorer so far is Rhodes. He has 10 for Spencer. 6 for Holt at the line. He was 2 for 2 before that miss. 5 points in the game for Kennedy, 2 for Carricker, and 3 for Morris. 3-quarter court pressure, and they get it down low for what should be an easy layup, but a travel. LaMarco Hester into the lineup. Had an easy drive and steady travel. There's that man again. Holt with his third field goal. He's got 8. Right back the other way, right-handed layup. In action, as that's Marshall. He's got 6.
Marshall is a good driver. He slashes to the brim very well, and as you can see, he has a couple drives, and his finish is real good above the basket.
Drive and kick. Perimeter 3, no good. Loose ball rebound. And there he is. All the way to the basket. Dumps it off. Whitehead elevates off the window.
Whitehead is everywhere.
Count it, and a foul.
Marshall trying to get to the basket again. He falls on the ground. Whitehead's right there to pick it up. He's been everywhere tonight. And he gets the and one basket right there. Let's see if he can complete the three-point play.
8 points in the first quarter for Whitehead, 6 now in the second. Whitehead strong on the free throw attempt. His first miss of the night. Holt. Head back to the line. He's like a runaway train, isn't he?
Right, he really is. He's getting to the basket. He's doing that hop to the left right here on this replay, and he draws another foul. I see he's very relentless. He's not going to take no for an answer on those drives.
Quez is a junior. Chance to cut the lead to 1.
And he does.
Ten points now. He's in double figures. Whitehead, top of the circle, thought about a 3. Now the drive to the basket. $16 points for Whitehead. He averages 17 a game.
You can tell that senior doesn't want his season to end tonight.
The winner will advance to face number one seed. It will either be Swainsboro or Rockmart. That'll be this Saturday at Georgia College and State University. Swainsboro, in most opinions, the number 1 team in AA all season long. Winners of 14 straight games. The only team that's done better than them is the Spencer team that's won 15 consecutive. And then Rockmart, the number 1 out of their region. Left-handed layup is good. This team likes to get all the way to the hole, and they do it again. That's Jalen with the field goal. Sellers, his first of a 2-point variety. He's got 5. Is now back the other way. Shot attempt up, no good. Loose ball rebound, missed. Ball tipped in the corner, and here comes Sellers. And then run down from behind. Great hustle by Glen Hill's number 23, Jay White.
Great defense by White to get back after the missed shot. He might have saved Whitehead another foul right there.
I don't know if White runs track or not at Glen Hills, but he needs to. Showing that speed as we got a timeout on the floor.
He's actually on the football team. I'm not sure about track, but he might. Looking at that speed right there on that. Well, I'm sorry, I apologize. This is Whitehead driving to the hole, not settling for the jumper. Gets an easy rim run right there to lay it up. And this is the play we talked about earlier. Marshall trying to get to the basket. He makes something out of nothing, gets the ball to Whitehead again, who seems to be everywhere tonight, who gets the and one bucket.
Yeah, dropping a dime from your backside. That definitely could go into David's top plays for the night. AUG B-ball replay. And we want to thank Chad Cook and AUG B-ball for making this possible. We're here at Glen Hills High School. Michael Curry Gymnasium, SUV TV is live. So following the timeout, Spencer with the basketball. They trail by 1 with a chance to take the lead. And they got it.
Defensive lapse right there.
Juan Hoskins with the 3-point field goal. That's his first. Substitutions back in the game. Xavier Kennedy and Leak Tolles checking back in. Provide a little bit more length for Coach Broadwater. They extend that 2-3 zone. Backdoor feed. Whitehead has it. elevates, it's rejected. And now they're running. All the way to the hole. Goes in with the slam attempt, and it's blocked. Now Whitehead. He's going to slow things up for only a moment. Spin move, drive. And that would have been a great opportunity to dump it off to Whitehead, who would slash it in.
Well, smart play by Whitehead to slow that ball down there and wait on Walton to come down. As you can see, he does the cross with a spin move, and he gets grabbed on the layup.
Walton at the line. He was 2 for 2 before that miss. 5 points so far in this quarter, 8 overall in the ball game. The senior, 6-foot point guard. He's at his season average, David, of 8 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals a game.
I wish we would have had that one back.
Came off like a knuckleball. That one he knocks down. So Walton now with 9. Glen Hill's trailing by 1. Off that last 3 ball, it's the first time they trailed in the ball game.
Looks like Spencer's going to try to get him out of that zone.
On the left wing, another set shot. No good. Marshall. His way to Whitehead, back to Marshall. And a throwaway. Crossover dribble in the front court. Drive and a kick. Now to pull up mid-range. Side of the rim, rebounded by Whitehead. We're inside of a minute left to go in the opening half. Marshall. Corner. Pump fake. Now the drive to the basket. Lay it off the window and score. That's Walton. So Walton may have missed that free throw, but he came back and got a 2-point field goal there.
Right, I know he probably felt bad that he missed that. So he went ahead and drove that and then finished on the end for the layup.
Driving a kick, wide open 3. Perfect. Sellers, you see why he's the leading scorer. Knocking down that 3. He's got 8 here in this quarter. Final seconds, and they'll let the clock run out. For the team that's won 15 consecutive. Leads the team that has 7 consecutive victories. Both region champions. Region 5 and Region 4 doing work here at the Michael Curry Gymnasium. Your halftime score is Spencer 44, Glen Hills 42, and you are watching GHSA Boys 2A quarterfinals powered by AugBball on SUV TV. Stay with us, everyone. Halftime is underway.
SUV TV at the CP3 Rising Stars campus.
SUV TV's 2019 NBA Draft Day coverage.
Anthony Edwards Collegiate Decision presented by the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUV TV.
SUV TV brings the game to the audience.
You give a better focus on the actual game at hand. Sometimes you could tell it's just a running camera by itself sitting there, but with SUV TV, it's more of a personal experience.
Just the exposure, being able to see games that you normally wouldn't be able to see, not only here locally, but across the country. Those angles
make you pick up different things as a coach, as an evaluator. They're giving you great quality, nobody talking in the background. I think it brings basketball to the forefront.
Whether it's a family member was in a different state, they can watch the game, or just bringing in more coverage for these players, or if it just allows us to raise more money for something like Susan G. Komen. And so I think this event has grown because you guys have been a part of it the whole entire time.
SUV TV has given a different light to kids that don't always get the best exposure.
The commentary that goes along with the games, I think, is always interesting.
Touchdown.
Oh, yes, sir. It brings something to the table that no other streaming aspect can bring, no matter how hard they try right now.
Dayton Avian Williamson
at the buzzer.
That is how you get the Peachtree Corners Invitational started. And that will do it. Thanks for joining us.
You are anything but ordinary. You have your own path and your own potential to realize. At Augusta University, the advantages created by our diversity in thought, culture, and collaboration give you and us infinite opportunity. Together, we're changing our community, our campus, and our world. We are boundless. We are Augusta University.
And welcome back inside the Michael Curry Gymnasium on the campus of Glen Hills High School. We're on the hill in Augusta, Georgia. The Mac Daddy, Charles McNeil, side by side with a name that is synonymous with basketball in Augusta. You put us on the map, Mike. And Michael Curry joins us right now. Welcome back home first and foremost. And I know you had a lot of folks that always welcome you when you come back into your gymnasium.
No, it's good. Have a chance to come out, see a really good basketball game, and support the guys. The guys have done well. I've had a chance this year to catch them a few times. So it's been exciting, and it's a really good basketball game.
Now tell us about the early days of basketball and how you've seen it kind of grow up in this area. I mean, to me, I got here in '93, and I felt like as soon as I got here, within a short period of time, Augusta was a basketball town more so than football.
Yeah, I think that for the longest, we've always said Atlanta get a lot of credit basketball-wise, and the mid-'80s, early '80s, mid-'80s, the Milledgeville, Baldwin, Macon area was very, very strong. But we thought Augusta basketball was always consistently good. We just, because of all the schools here in Augusta, we beat up on each other so much. And it was evident this year. I mean, we had 6 teams in our region that were in the top 16 in the state. And that's really good. And so, I think Augusta basketball is in a good place, and I think a lot of the guys that have played here, that are back here in town now, and they do a lot of player development and working with the guys, and so, that's good. It's just paying it forward, sort of the same things we did with them when they were younger.
Now, you got a chance to not only play basketball in this area, but also then go on to school in nearby Statesboro, playing at Georgia Southern, where you started there, and then go on to an NBA career. And that spanned 11 seasons, and during that time you not only were a player but also a player coach for a while there, and then eventually the president of the NBA Players Association. Talk a little bit about that ride and how that whole thing, I mean, could you imagine that coming from, Glen Hills?
Yeah, no, I really didn't. I wasn't thinking much about professional basketball. What I was concentrating on was getting my finance degree, which I did. But my junior year, Jeff Sanders, who was the best player to ever play at Georgia Southern, also Augusta native from Josie High School, Jeff got drafted, and Jeff kind of exposed a lot about what was going on, with the pro level. And a couple years earlier, maybe a year earlier, Gerald Whitehead got drafted. So all of a sudden, we started having guys that were in the circuit of professional basketball and they were bringing back some of the things and passing it along to us, and we started realizing that maybe some of us would have a chance, and had a chance to start off in Europe and kept going, kept getting better, and so ended up being, in the NBA. And when I got to the NBA, I was a little older, so I automatically took advantage of being a participant within the Players Union, grew within the union, and became the president my last 4 years.
Well, obviously, with this week and all the emotions that took place yesterday, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Kobe Bryant and your memories of him and his family.
No, I think that Kobe, our prayers continue to go out to his family and all the families that's involved, such a tragedy. But things you always remembered about Kobe, Kobe was so driven as a player, and I think what everybody had, why it hit so many people was that recently, over the last few years since he's retired, he kind of opened up, and you really got a chance to see him and get to know him. Tremendous hard work, tremendously devoted and dedicated to the game, very hard worker, demand excellence for all the guys that was on the roster, and demand the coaches excellence with the coaching staff as well. So he's going to be missed, but if you can pull anything out of it, you can pull out what he represented and how he represented the game each and every day.
No doubt, and also his desire once he finished his career to continue at excellence, which you've been able to do at the coaching level on the collegiate side, as well as we talked about, the NBA level as well. Any desires to get back into the coaching side of things, or?
Yeah, well, I've been looking at a couple of opportunities. I'm gonna do something. I've been out now, so the past year, so I'm getting anxious to do something, and I do something centered around sports and athletics, whether it's on the coaching side or the administrative side. But I enjoy it, and I've enjoyed my time, and kind of look forward to what's next.
Well, we certainly look forward to it as well, and this is your home, obviously in more ways than one. But what did you see in the first half out of your boys, and what are they going to need to do in the second half to pull this game out?
No, it's a really good team they're playing, high-powered team. They play 12 guys and really get up and down the court. We can't give them live ball turnovers. We got to get to their two big shooters. They really can shoot the ball. But I don't think they have a lot at the rim as far as rim protection, so if we continue to attack the basket off the dribble, get our layup, set our defense up, continue to rebound the basketball. I think we've done a good job in the first half. But we can't turn the ball over, and you got to make sure we lock into their shooters.
Mike, thanks so much for your time, brother. Right. Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
8 great minutes with Michael Curry. The building is named after him, and well-deserved. This young man set the mark when I got into Augusta, did a wonderful job of breaking things down, and made me feel welcome right out of the gate, so we're just happy to have had him for the ride. We've got an updated score for you at the half. Cross Creek is trailing at the break, 31-27 in their third-round game, so we wish them the best in a come-from-behind effort. David Beer will join me again in just a moment as we are underway with the second half. Your scoring leaders for Glen Hills, John Whitehead with 16 points in that opening half, and 11 now for Walton to lead the way as the second leading scorer for Glen Hills. Leading scorer on the other side for Spencer. 10 points in the game for Holt. That is number 1, and 10 in the game for Rhodes. That's number 4.
I'm sure Coach Cunningham probably preached turnovers and free throws in the halftime huddle. Let's see how Glen Hills responds to a late run by Spencer in the second quarter.
And they want to pull them out, but they're going to have Purnell back as the last line of defense. If they try to throw the lob and it hits the rim. Fast break back the other way. Glen Hills down by 2 to begin the second half, 44-42. In this third round meeting, it's a grade 8 game with a chance to go to the Final Four this Saturday. As they work the ball down low to E-Man, it's deflected out of his hands. He got hit in the head, but no whistle. And now they're running all the way to the basket, and it's taken out of his hands. They're going to let him play. So Walton with the basketball in the front court. Purnell lining up at 3. Back the other way. Now on the left side, that set shot is strong. Rebound and pulled out of there by Marshall. And now both teams want to slow it down and slow down that pace just a little bit. Talked about with Michael Curry the fact that they play 12 men, and he said, you know, with that you can keep that up and down pace.
Right, and that's what I noticed about Spencer. They do a lot of 5-in, 5-out subbing, which is probably why they're able to press the whole game. Well, press the whole first half as they did this previous half.
Now another set shot three, and this time it's good. Popping that one home is Rhodes. He now has 13. And takes over team high as they go back to Eman. Set shot three for him, and it's perfect. Emmanuel Jones. He's got 8. Tried to make it a three-party out there. And that went off the back iron, no good, and rebounded in the hands of Marshall.
Marshall's really pushing the pace here.
Drive and kick. All the way to the hole. Right-handed layup is good by Walton. So Walton's got 13. 5 ahead of his season average. We're deadlocked at 47. Beautiful left-handed drive right back that way. Scoring that one was Sellers. Sellers now with 10. We got a loose ball steal. Drive. Ball kicked over in the corner. That'll be off Glen Hills. Spencer basketball. Quick moving third quarter. We're nearly halfway through it.
Not a lot of dead balls in this third.
So throw it in the backcourt. And let Holt run it down. Sellers trying to matriculate against Whitehead. And Whitehead with the lockdown defense forced them to throw it out of bounds, but last touch by Whitehead.
Great D by Whitehead here on the perimeter to stop the drive on the spin, and might need a replay for that out of bounds call.
Well, we got one right here for him. That one is unable to get the inbounds in. They'll call a timeout. It comes with 4:35 left to play.
On the replay here, we see the drive by Sellers and the finish over Naquan Purnell. Purnell at the three-point line right now, sizing up. Rhodes, he drives and kicked it to Tay Walton. Kennedy tries to take a charge, no call. Walton with the finish.
This replay is brought to you by AugBball.
Spencer's had some pretty good sets out of timeouts. Let's see what they work here.
They get a nice drive. Shot over the top, though, and a fast break opportunity on a 2-on-2 to the basket. Right-hand layup, up no good. Jones couldn't get his footing underneath him. Off the miss and the chance to tie the game up, it's Spencer basketball. Hoskins drives the hole. The left-handed player puts it up, no good. Loose ball rebound. Whitehead fighting for it. Still on the floor. Sellers make that. Spencer grabs it, and they dump it off to a teammate who finishes right there. That's Hoskins inside. Pressure on the inbound. Nearly forced a turnover for Glen Hills. Holt will check out. In to replace him is Tolles. And they're going to go on a 2-on-1, and there's Whitehead. Lost control of it. Bounce pass is stolen away. Now 2-on-1. Marshall Going to take a chance and block it with 2 hands. Fast break back the other way, and the wide receiver makes the interception. Or cornerback, I guess. And back the other way, all the way into him, and that's a charge.
Both teams probably need to slow down a bit. We're seeing a lot of turnovers, errant passes, loose dribbles. On the replay here, we see it ends up being a charge call at the end. Sellers probably should have backed that out.
He's going to have a seat. It's a 4-point game. The visitors out in front. Now they'll slow it down. Glenn Hills will on the front court. 3-man having a breather. So Marshall and Walton will have to pick up the scoring load.
Looks like Glenn Hills running flex.
Whitehead on the power drive. It's dumped.
As Whitehead comes up off of the screen, he drives to the hole. Gets the foul, goes to the line. Let's see if he can knock these 2 free throws down. I'm not sure if he's made 2 of 2 yet so far tonight. I might be wrong, but hopefully he can knock these 2 down.
John Whitehead as they wipe down the moisture on the floor. Young man very meticulous in getting it dried up. Official going in behind to make sure everything is just right. Whitehead now 3 of 4.
Connects on both free throws. Glenn Hills looks like they're going to run a little full court press here.
18 for Whitehead. Now they got a trap. And there's a steal. They're going to call him on the sideline. Out of bounds.
Good defense by the Spartans there. Almost caused a turnover.
Definitely look forward to seeing that one again. Now the dump down low in the paint. Turn and face, and a steal by Purnell. Off it comes the Walton. Goes away to Marshall. Gives it to Purnell. Purnell takes one dribble to Marshall. Glenn Hills happy to take time off the clock. Now the one dribble drive, and now Whitehead wants to pull up. He's strong in that shot attempt. Tries to run it down. Holt in the corner. Whose basketball is it? Looks like it's going to stay down this end to Spencer.
And Hill's got a little snap in on offense that last play. Led to a Whitehead jumper that I'm thinking he didn't want to take.
Ball tipped. Tipped again into the corner. Holt has it. Now he drives to the basket, left something behind. And there's a whistle. The Glenn Hills fans say going the other way. The officials say no, let's stay down this end. Now they try to run the set play with that curl. Whitehead jumps. And if only Glenn Hills hadn't touched it, they're going to get it anyway, but had they not touched it, that would have been assured Glenn Hills basketball. As Holt is still out of bounds trying to get inbounds. So while you were away, there was a tip on the inbounds. The ball was tipped back toward the end line. And Glenn Hills was as close as you can be. Should have let it go. Instead, they touched it, but it touched Holt last. So both stars on the floor, all state at the beginning of the season. Whitehead, and there's a tremendous drive up and down by Walton. He hung in the air to the last second.
Got some crafty finishes down there. Probably doubling his scoring average already.
15 now. He's back the other way. Mr. Holt misses the shot. Rebounded by Whitehead. Gets it out to Walton. He's got E-Man on the wing. Didn't see him. Goes to Marshall instead. Marshall shot up, no good. Kept alive by Antonio Jones. Drives. Puts it up off the window, no good. Rebounded in the E-Man's hands. Off the glass, E-Man scores. Emmanuel Jones with the field goal. He's got 10 now, double figures. And maybe that'll wake him up. He's got 5 here in the quarter. Glen Hills has regained the lead. Nearly thrown away. Hoskins gives way to Morris. Morris shot attempt no good. Follow up no good, but there's a whistle and a foul. And that'll send Tolles to the line, the junior.
Missed layup. Tolles with the rebound with a strong putback. He almost drops it in at the free throw line now for 2.
Purnell checks back in for Antonio Jones. Also coming back into the Glen Hills lineup is number 5, G. Belton. As Marshall checks out.
Right here trying to get the box right. And make sure they get the rebound if he does miss.
So Tolles makes the second. Cuts the lead to 1. That 3-quarter court press has been ever present as it leads to a throwaway. Oh, that was an extra step. A little hitch in his giddy up as well for Hoskins. He's going to have to check out. I think it's a left ankle. And back comes Mr. Holt. After a brief rest. Spencer out of Columbus. Glen Hills out of Augusta. For the right to go to the Final Four. Whitehead takes it inside, goes off the window, can't make it. Nobody inside for the second chance opportunity. With 10 seconds left, Spencer will have an opportunity for that final shot.
Holt's probably going to try to do a little one-on-one action here.
Holt to the basket with the wraparound. It's after the clock and horn sounded, and we played 3 quarters of play from the Michael Curry Gymnasium. And your score, Glen Hills 53, Spencer 52. You're watching exclusive coverage, courtesy of AugBball of the GHSA 2A Boys quarterfinals on SUV TV.
You are anything but ordinary. You have your own path and your own potential to realize. At Augusta University, the advantages created by our diversity in thought, culture, and collaboration give you and us infinite opportunity. Together, we're changing our community, our campus, and our world. We are boundless. We are Augusta University.
Marshall back on the floor as we begin the 4th quarter. Alongside David Beard, I'm the Mac Daddy Charles McNeil. The mayor is with me as he watches one of his own Lazarus Marshall take the ball to the hole for his 8th point, his first field goal here in the second half. And the lead is up to 3 for the Spartans.
Good drive there by Marshall. We get the quick bucket coming into the quarter.
Spencer. Morris outside the hole. And a traveling violation registered against Rhodes. So not the way that the Owls wanted to start this fourth quarter of play. And we're actually sitting right here in an Owls section. You can hear some of their fans from Columbus.
Right.
Passionate. They get it down low. Whitehead turns and faces. There's a bump.
I think he might have stepped out of bounds there on the spin move. I didn't see a foul call given, so.
Right back the other way, jump shot up, no good. Whitehead has it, goes behind his back and loses a man. Now in the front court, pull up jump shot, mid-range. Front iron, no good. E-man got his shot rejected and close. And back the other way they come. Holt to the basket, right hand. No good, but it's a whistle and a foul.
Holt here on the drive on Octavius Walton. He gets bound. Walton with the swipe down. Didn't see a lot of contact there. Holt's at the line again.
Four or 5 on the night until that miss. So 4 of 6, 11 points in the ball game for Holt. Bullet pass down low. Purnell with the left-handed layup, his strong side. He scores his first field goal of the ball game.
Good vision by Marshall there on the pass.
Tied for the 2 other players for 3rd on the team in scoring, averaging 8 points a game. Naquan, and there's a rejection inside. Here they come, racing. Euro step. Oh, and there it is, John Whitehead. The human highlight film comes up with the big dunk right there.
Whitehead following
up by 6. Into the backcourt, there's a deflection, and Purnell comes up like a defensive end to deflect that one out of bounds. And this Spartans crowd is loving it.
On the replay here, right here. Marshall driving with a little LeBron cross, drives to the hole, doesn't finish, but look who's there to finish it off on. Whitehead with another one of his mini dunks. I've seen that all year.
Foul was assessed against Glen Hills. The trigger. They had 2 men wide open underneath, but didn't see either one of them. Glen Hills lost that assignment.
It looks like Walton and Marshall were back there trying to figure out who had what spot.
We got an offensive foul on the inbound. Purnell went flying out of bounds.
Smart play by Purnell there. He went and talked to the ref to play before, so I'm pretty sure he let him know it was about to happen.
Off camera, you didn't get a chance to see it, but William Cunningham pointing to the biceps, flexing, saying we're strong. Can't get it in 5, so they're going to call a full timeout. It comes with 5:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Glen Hills, who led by as many as 7 in the first half, lead by 6 here. How were they able to get it done?
With the defensive intensity that we talked about earlier in our keys to the game, caused a bunch of turnovers at the beginning of the fourth, which led to a lot of runouts, transition points, and finishes just like this that you see here by John Whitehead.
Whitehead with 20 to lead all scorers. Sellers has 11 points in the game for Holt, and 13 in the contest for Rhodes lead the way for Spencer. Emmanuel Jones held to just 10 points thus far. Walton's been the surprise in this game. Octavius with 15 points unofficially through 3 quarters of play.
Coach Cunningham told me it was a next man up mentality, so I think Walton's probably trying to take up for E-Man Jones not yet reaching his scoring average, so that might have been what he was trying to do in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, about the midpoint of the season, Octavius Walton stepped his game up and became a key member of this, initially the bench mob, and then he got an opportunity to get in the starting lineup.
Right, he definitely did. I actually worked out with him a little bit in the summertime and during the season before he was able to come back, so I knew once he came back, he was going to be locked in and ready to go.
Walton has it now. Going to try to work against that pressure. Goes between his legs, nearly loses it, close to a 10-second violation. And the ball tipped out of bounds as going into the Glen Hill section was Kennedy. Finding some Augusta love over there. So 6-point game, 5.5 left in regulation.
Both teams are really stepping up their defense this half. I thought we were going to reach 100, but
there is a strong drive. While it might not be 100, that might be a 10 if you're judging shot making in this game by Marshall.
Right, the little Steve Smith half spin, picks up his dribble, goes to the hole strong, and finishes with the contact for the and 1.
Now he's in double figures with 10. 34% free throw shooter, 0 for 2 from the line. He'd love to get this conventional 3-point play.
Right. I know the last state game, Marshall had a game that he probably didn't like, so I know he wanted to, get some retribution in this game here, and he's making the most of it.
He knocks it down. So right on cue, the Stars are rising up as the lead is 9. Pull up 3. Left side, no good. Holt keeps it alive, nearly to the half-court mark. It's pulled in there by Rhodes. He drives, and Purnell stands up strong, and now to hit ahead to E-Man. E-Man with one hand.
Holds it for the camera a little bit over there.
Right back the other way. 3 ball, no good. And the Spartans with a little spurt. Extending the lead to 11. Marshall drives to the basket. Left-hand layup. No good. Back the other way. The Owls have it. Pulling up. Rhodes. Got it. Rhodes with 16. And a timeout call. 8-point game following that 3-point field goal.
Right here, we see Rhodes with another 3. He had just missed the one previously. I'm thinking that he's their shooter because he's definitely not shy about taking those.
And even there, he was going in on that strong drive.
Right. Purnell with the straight-up defense. Gets it to E-Man Jones for the score 10 on the finish.
And look at this pass right here by Purnell.
That's a great pass by Purnell. He's one of our Spartan football players as well, so he was able to not foul and get the turnover, leading to the dunk. Hold for the count by E-Man.
(64-56). Glen Hills, the Region 4 champs, taking on the Region 5 champs from Spencer. Glen Hills trying to work some clock. Marshall.
Looks like they're running flex again.
Whitehead. Purnell. Walton. Trying to get the spacing together. Purnell's got to get rid of it. Walton, nice dump. There's a foul. And we got a cramp situation, I do believe.
All right, Rose looking like he might have cramped up right there trying to play defense. He's been one of their steady shooters tonight.
We got an official timeout.
Let's see what happened here.
Actually took a shot.
Right, looks like him. And Walton might have banged knees.
Maybe Walton's knee hit him in the upper thigh. He's tough. He motions over to the coach saying, yeah, I got a knee right there in my upper thigh.
Pretty sure he's going to do everything he can to get back as soon as possible. He's probably going to give Glen Hills a much needed break. I know they had their starters in for about the whole fourth quarter here.
D-Man has it up top to Marshall. Now Marshall on another drive, likes that reverse, didn't get it to work. Purnell with the follow, no. Whitehead couldn't get it on the weak side. And now coming into your living room is that one there, or at least our living room at half court. Great hustle on the part of Walton to deflect it out of bounds.
Well, it looks like he's ready to go.
He wants a pull-up. That's going to be short. Ball tipped out there and controlled by Morris. And on the drive, there's a reach-in and a foul committed. And that'll go against E-Man Jones.
Not sure he was shooting. Rebound by Spencer. Jones has to move his feet there.
There's a steal on the inbound. Hit ahead. You got a 2-on-1. Purnell, double dribble. And he had E-Man on the wing. And now the conversations will start again.
Right.
Give it up and then get it back situations.
Yeah, he probably should have. They had a 2-on-1. He probably should have gave that one up to E-Man. Foul on Whitehead there. Hoskins with the pass for Morris. Yeah, looks like Whitehead came across the chest area.
Both teams with 5 fouls. Get 2 more, and we'll start shooting free throws. Close to a 5-second closely guarded. Purnell comes away with the steal, and then a reach-in foul is committed by Rose. So Glen Hills, without any time coming off the clock, have the ball in the front court. 1 foul away from the 1-and-1 as E-Man will get his final breather. Don't expect him to be off the floor long. Mark that down, 2:51 when he steps away, the All-State forward for Glen Hills.
I think Cunningham might have wanted to go with another ball handler here. I'm sure Spencer's going to do a lot of trapping coming out of these scores, if they score.
Antonio Jones to the basket, right-handed scoop, drop it, count it, and a foul.
Good job by Jones there. Jones with a quick in and out right-hand dribble. He drives to the hole, takes the steps and gets the finish. Jones was actually a starter early in the season, so I'm sure the experience is there, so he's waiting and ready to come up off the bench and give the team whatever they might need.
And he gets the loose ball rebound off his own miss. Now be able to take some more time off the clock. Purnell has it. He's going to hold on to it tightly. Now drive, left-handed layup. Purnell didn't come alive to the fourth quarter. He's got 4. And now the drive right back. It's Holt. Rejected inside, but on the floor he was fouled on that foray. That'll be the Spartans' 6th foul. Ball baseline out of bounds as now E-Man comes back quickly for Purnell, who gets a big round of applause.
Well deserved. A lot of the alumni call Purnell Baby Zion. He's undersized, but he gets down there, he bangs, gets rebounds, takes charges, does all the little stuff for the Spartans.
Lefty layup, no good by Sellers. And now this squad that has won 15 in a row starting to get tight down the stretch, trailing by 12, knowing they've got to get the ball back. Oh, would have been the ideal pass had it taken a little bit off of that one. Instead, the Jones-to-Jones connection goes out of bounds, and it'll be Spencer basketball. Sellers all the way to the rack, gives it up, drive, whistle, and a foul as Morris will step up to the line to shoot two.
Hill's got to stay composed here. I know you had a lead, but still got to keep getting stops and still have to score. Whitehead with the reach there. I think Cunningham's doing an offensive defensive sub.
Morris, second one in the air, and it is also no good. Morris with 3 points in the ball game. None here in the second half. 1:47 left as they get it down low. Antonio Jones with the reverse.
Jones giving some good minutes here.
Sellers. So Sellers with 12. Breaking the press into the front court, 3-on-2 to the basket. Marshall. Tip in close by Morris. He now has 5. But his team trails by 12 with 1 minute left. And there's a steal. Contact. If he made that, that would have been a 3-point opportunity. 1:02 left. Still a ton of time left as some of the fans starting to make their way toward the exits.
Like I said earlier, Glen Hills has to, keep their composure. Don't turn the ball over, and they have to finish this one off. It's definitely far from over.
Malik Tolles. 2 for 3 now at the line. Only 2 seniors on this squad that were eliminated in the second round last year. After winning the region championship, they felt like they had unfinished business as Whitehead was thinking about another dunk, and instead he loses control of the basketball. Sellers with the pull-up. And they're right back in it. Down by 8 with 49.4 seconds remaining.
Whitehead trying to move before he had the ball. He turns it over, leads to a Sellers, one of the captains on the team, finishes with a mid-range pull-up. As you can see here, Sellers driving, pulls up on Walton, who tries to take the charge. He drops the jump shot. I'm sure at this point, Cunningham is over there letting his team know from here on out, free throws and layups, free throws and layups.
The irony in last year's loss for Spencer was, well, actually 2 years ago, was Spencer was on a collision course in 2017-18. They had Marcus Carter as their head coach, and they went 22-8, 8-2, winning their region tournament before losing in the third round to eventual state champions from Thomasville. Glen Hills would have been the Green Wave's opponent had they survived and advanced past Thomasville. As we misfire on the inbounds, there is one try. Whitehead with a second try, no good. 41 seconds left. Loose ball on the floor. Who wants it? But the held ball and the possession arrow is in favor of the Green Wave Owls from Spencer. As Whitehead missed a close one.
Missed a chippy right there. Probably should have finished. Glen Hill still almost got the ball back where we have a tie-up near the end line.
But it's still a 3-possession game, 37.3 seconds remaining. Now to drive and the kick. And it's good. Knocking that one down was Morris. And timeout is called by the visitors.
Hold on a drive, goes past Marshall, who does a reach. He kicks it to Morris, who finishes that wide open three, cuts the deficit to 5. And Holder's been getting to the basket when he wants all game. He actually kicks it out, probably looking at the score, which might have been a travel there in that last possession, but it ends with a 3 ball. So Glen Hill's up by 5. Want to see what Coach Cunningham draws up for the team.
The last time out, Glen Hills in the second round defeated Douglas 74-62. Eman Jones had 24 points, 8 rebounds in that one. Whitehead had 20. Thus far in this one, Jones with 12 points, including that emphatic slam. He came into your living room with that one, and then, of course, 20 points in the game for Whitehead. And he continues his foray here in the postseason. 2 seniors on a mission, amongst many for this Glen Hill Spartan team. They break the press into the front court. And as they cross the timeline, there's a whistle, and I think there's a clock issue again. So stop the game to assess the clock situation and make an adjustment possibly. As they'll adjust all the way down to 22 seconds, so that was big.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think the clock moved at all coming out of that timeout.
Spartans are 22 seconds away from returning to the Final Four for the first time in 2 seasons. Marshall into the front court. Put in the hands of Walton, and the 50% free throw shooter will go to the line with a chance to possibly ice this one away. 2 free throws makes it a 7-point game, 3 possessions in 15 seconds. That'll be kind of hard, unless you got Reggie Miller.
Right. Yeah, if he can knock these down, the game is pretty much over. Let's see if he has some ice in his veins here. Like I said, 50% free throw shooter, but it doesn't matter as long as you make them when you need to.
Well, David, you were in this situation. Your team wound up losing by 2 in this round. What the emotions this young man's feeling right now?
I know the emotions are probably anticipation to see if he knocks the shot down. Maybe nervousness. I know he's definitely excited. So
we said he's 50% on the line during the season, but tonight he's 4 of 5. And he's 5 of 6. 17 points, 12 seconds remaining. No need to play defense as they launch one. Side of the rim, no good. Loose ball rebound. Sellers loses it into the hands of Antonio, who will hold on to it. There's a reach in and a foul, and Glen Hills will survive and advance to the Final Four. They're headed there on Saturday, where they will face the winner of tonight's game between Swainsboro and Rockmart. We'll see if we can get a score from that one before we exit stage left.
Jones, one of those starters from the first half of the season. I always knew he'll be ready when name called upon in the second half. He's been everywhere this game. Got a couple of key buckets, a couple of key steals, and now he's about to seal the victory, hopefully for Glen Hills.
Oh for 1 on the night from the free throw line for Antonio, 71% free throw shooter. Buries a pair. This one is over with the slam dunk that will count by Sellers. That will give him 16 points for their leading scorer on the season. But this one is in the books. Your final score, Glen Hill 76 and the Spencer Owls 69. David, man, it's been great working with you on this one.
Great working with you as well, Matt Daddy. As we see here, Marshall gets the pass cross court to Walton, who's going to finish with a layup for Antonio Jones. Antonio Jones was big in that second half. Baby Zion Purnell with the rebound. He's going to kick it out for E-Man, which this might have been my player tonight here, Matt Daddy. What you think?
Yeah, this was outstanding. That one, and then the two-hand by Whitehead when he went in on the finish, the follow.
Marshall crystal break all game. Here we go. So that might have been the dunk that you were talking about. There it goes right there.
Two of the human highlights that happened in this one. And I'll tell you what, whether it's Rockmart or Swainsboro, the #1 team in the state, they're going to have their work cut out for them come Saturday.
Definitely are. No need to we celebrate this win tonight, and I'm sure Cunningham's going to have them right back practicing this week. So on to the next.
Georgia College and State University, you better get ready. The Glen Hill Spartans are coming your way on Saturday, and they will be bringing a full contingent of folks that have been able to sit home for 3 games and watch it. So you know they'll be coming in with huge numbers into Milledgeville.
Right. Definitely. I know these Spartans are ready to travel, so I'm pretty sure they'll get a couple buses and they'll hit the road and be ready to watch whoever the Spartans may face next.
So tell us this, you know, as a fan, get back into your fandom, how does it really feel to see this team go back, knowing how hard they worked, having not made it to the Final Four last year, having made it 2 years ago, losing to Thomasville, and Thomasville had Rodney Perry, arguably one of the greatest players to come through Georgia in the last 10 years or so. How does it really feel for you as a fan of this team?
As a fan, it feels great. Definitely does. You know, everybody that knows me knows I'm, quote-unquote Mr. Glen Hill. So I've been following these guys since I was a young player. You know, I've been through it all, seen it all. And as you said, to see that this group of guys, same starters, lost in the first round last year. You know, nothing is never guaranteed. And I think they lost sight of that last year, came back and won, made it to the Final Four this year, and hopefully they can finish the job. A few of these players actually were on that 18 team that made it to the Final Four. E-Man, Whitehead, Purnell, Jones, Marshall. So hopefully this year, you know, they can make a statement for themselves because, you know, back then they were role players and now they're at the forefront. You know, we have 2 co-players of the year and time to prove.
Right, time to show and prove. They've shown so far, now it's time to prove on the next level, the biggest level in high school basketball in the state. There's 2 levels. You've got this one and, of course, Macon, the Centralplex, a week from Thursday where it all goes down. That'll be the state championships. As a matter of fact, it's next Thursday, the state championship, a week from tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Get my days together here. But they'll be playing for the state championship. If the Lord says yes, it should be a great time. And Michael Curry says he's down for the ride. Okay. You get a chance to visit with him as well. And, again, what does that mean to you as an alumnus to see a guy that they named the building after in attendance for this game and knowing, you know, what he means to y'all, the entire Spartan Nation?
Right. It's great when you see those players. As a player, you know, even when I was playing, you know, they had the Michael Curry camps and stuff. So just to see one of our own that was able to play in the NBA, the highest level, and to know that he still comes back and gives, you know, shows his face, shakes our hand, might not even know us, but he knows we're Spartans. So, you know, he'll shake our hand, talk to us. So I know those guys are on the high today just to even see him walk in the gym today. So with a lot of our Spartan alumni, you know, I saw Jarrell Stevenson in here. Reggie Middleton was the point guard on the state championship team. You know, players that I played with, George Brown is here, William Conley, you know, Mario Briscoe, Brandon Clemens, you know, things like that. You know, the Spartans were deep tonight. We had a lot of ball players throughout the years, and these group of young guys right now are, you know, making us proud.
I was going to say, imparting a lot of knowledge to these young guys as well. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about your charitable giving as well before we get out of here. Talk a little bit about that and how much y'all have contributed in your alumni games and some of the other events that you have throughout the year to help the athletics as well as the Glen Hills High School overall.
Right, so ever since 2014, we've done the Glen Hills Alumni Game, which, you know, proceeds directly from the door goes to the school 100%. You know, so we've done that. We're going to our 6th year next year. And those things go to, it's pretty cool because a lot of it doesn't even go to the athletics. You know, it started because we wanted to fund the trip for the seniors, for the senior trip. So that's where it started from. But we've been able to disperse money to athletics, academics. We've done toy drives this past Christmas. I've done the alumni tournament and high school showcase during the summertime. This will be the second year for that, which is a split fundraiser.
And the date of that is going to be?
That's going to be June 27th this year, the last week in June. It was last summer, the last weekend of June as well. And what we're doing is whoever wins, you know, we donate money to that school. The funny thing and ironic thing about it, Glen Hills won last year, so you know, a lot of people had some jokes about that, but you know, we out here working. We do the David Hines, which, you know, we start filming private runs with the high schoolers and college players, and just really what we're trying to do is, you know, just skill development, you know, just be mentors and leaders. So all our skill development is no charge to any kid that wants to come. And really, we're just trying to, what I call, bring Augusta basketball back, you know, on all levels. So, you know, that's some of the things we've been doing. But we got a lot of stuff in store. You know, we got a clinic coming up in July as well. Trying to get my dates right because, you know, you got to secure gyms and stuff. But, yeah, I have a lot of stuff planned for this year. And, you know, I'm just fortunate to be able to give back to my school and try to, you know, come up with ways that I can help. You know, so.
Yeah, you've been doing a great job. I understand, you know, nearly $10,000 a year has been donated back to the school from your various events.
Right, yeah. It's up there. You know, I don't have an exact number, but, yeah, it's up there. Like I said, it's 100% for the school, so, you know.
That's awesome, man. That's really awesome. Let's go through the scoring. In the first quarter, Glen Hills jumped out early with a 6-0 lead, and they led it 21-17 at the end of that opening quarter as Spencer came flying up and down the floor. Second quarter belonged to the Spencer Green Wave Owls as they outscored us 27-21. In that third quarter, Glen Hills bounced back with an 11-8 quarter, and in the final period, they both got their offense going 23-17 in favor of the Spartans as the Region 4 champs won it by a final count of 76-69. Your scoring leaders look like this unofficially. You've got Lazarus Marshall. He had 5 points in the second half, finished up with 11. 17 in the game for Octavius Walton. It was 4 points in the game for Naquan Purnell. 7 points in the game for Antonio Jones. Let me correct that. That's 8 points in the game for Antonio Jones. Jamarian Belton had 3 points. 12 points for Emmanuel Jones. And 20 points in the game for John Whitehead. 7 players scored for Glen Hills here tonight. As far as the visitors, Spencer, 5 points for Hoskins. It was 11 points in the game for Holt. 8 points for Morris. 16 points in the game for Rhodes. 2 for Carricker. It was 5 points in the game for Kennedy. 2 points for Tolles. And 16 in the game for their leading scorer, Sellers. So 16 apiece for Rhodes and Sellers, 20 for Whitehead, and 12 in the game for Jones, 17 for Walton to lead the Spartans to victory. So again, with the final score, you can check your local listings and the local news to find out who won out in the matchup between Swainsboro and Rockmart. Swainsboro, a winner of 14 consecutive games coming into this one. But as it turned out, the loser in that game that we had tonight, Spencer, had a 15-game win streak that was abated. So it should it be the number 1 team in the state, Swainsboro. We've already knocked off 1 team with 15 wins. We could possibly do it again come Saturday.
At this point, win or go home. Anybody can win on any given night. So, you know, those rankings, I'm sure Cunningham is going to let his team know they mean something, but they don't mean it all. So
again, we want to thank our SUV TV crew. We want to thank AugBball, Chad Cook, for the great job that he did in terms of sponsoring and making this possible. And for Lisa Burnett and also her husband Marcus, for Madison, for our entire crew, and my broadcast partner David Beer. Excellent work, bro.
Thank you.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm a rookie, but, you know, for the Spartans, I'll do anything.
I can tell one thing for sure. You might be a rookie in experience, but you were an all-star here tonight.
Thank you.
Once again, our final score, Glen Hill survives and advances. They move on to the Final Four on Saturday thanks to a 76-69 victory over Spencer. And we come back, we will talk to you guys. It'll be tomorrow on SUV TV beginning about 5 o'clock with the pregame. It's USC Aiken, and they will be taking on their arch rival in the arch rivals building, Augusta University. It's an AUG B-ball exclusive. And it will start with Love of the Game at the 5 o'clock hour and take you all the way up to the tip-off of the girls' game, halftime at each. There'll be a lot of great things happening, and we certainly encourage you guys to be able to tune into that. So, again, for our entire crew, we want to wish you nothing but the best for the rest of your evening. And we say congratulations goes out to the Spartans, and we'll see you in Milledgeville on Saturday. For everybody associated, I'm the Mac Daddy Charles McNeil. Good night, and God bless everyone.